Hi beautiful people, welcome to Kate's Space. We're not really in Kate's Space, we're in Kate's kitchen. I thought I might try and, I don't know, boil up some stuff and make a dye. I have done a bit of eco dyeing and I've done some avocado dyeing and the black beans. The last avocado dye I made, I put it on the stove and then obviously got distracted by something and it boiled dry. So yeah, we have those kind of disasters in this house. So what I've got is, I've got some rose petals that are from the bouquet that my daughter sent me when I got engaged. And I was going to do them fresh, but I never quite got to it. And I thought, oh, well, I'll just throw them in dry. They've still got lots of colour in them. And I've been saving all these onion skins. So I've got some red onion skins and I guess you call them brown onion skins. So I'm just going to throw those in as well. This is very experimental and it might just turn out to be a complete disaster. So, but I have seen some good results with onion skins and cabbage, but oh, there's a random garlic clove. Let's not put that in. The thing I don't really know is how much water to use, so I'm going to throw in 2 cups. I reckon I'd rather have it stronger, and I'll probably put the lid on to try not to get too much evaporation. So I'll just get some water. It doesn't really look like very much water, so I'm going to put 3 cups in. May be that I just don't have enough skins and things. Okay, so that's 3 cups of water and then, I don't know, a collection of onion skins, and I'm going to pop that on my stove and bring it to the boil and then give it a simmer and see what happens. Here it is on the element, heating up and coming to the boil. Well, I've only just put it on, so we will see what happens. I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee. So my pot of brew is bubbling away. I don't know if I need more water, but already there's quite a dark colour happening. So I might add another cup of water just to make up for the amount of evaporation, because I think we're going to get a really strong colour anyway, and I'm just going to simmer it for about an hour, I think. All experimental, no idea what the actual recipe is, but that's okay. It's just onion skins after all. So we'll see what happens. Hi, welcome back. This has been cooking away for a good, I guess an hour. I have added a bit more water, and I'm just going to show you, we've got this kind of colour. I suspect that it's probably just going to dye my papers like a brown or an orange, but when it's cooled off a little bit, I'll pour it into a container. I've got a space in another area downstairs from my house that I do my dyeing in because it's messy. And also it heats up, it gets lots of sun, so the paper's dry. So I'm going to dip some papers in here and have a little experiment, and we'll see what happens. Hello, I'm downstairs in my little dyeing station. There's a bit of lawn mowing going on because it's a beautiful day today, so I hope you don't mind a little bit of background noise. I put a selection of papers into the dye. I have a feeling that it's just going to be like a brown sort of coffee colour, but I've had these in for a while because David was actually using the ride-on lawnmower and that was super noisy. He's just using the push mower now, so it's not so bad. So they've been soaking for a while, not super long. So I'm going to lift them out carefully and hopefully they won't tear. This paper here is like a really old-fashioned computer paper with the holes down the sides. I'm just laying it out on an old sheet. But it is turning out to be looking quite grungy and brown, so if that's the case, then I probably won't use any more, because I can just do a coffee dye for that. But it was an interesting experiment. Maybe next time I should try just using the red onion skins and not mixing them with the brown. So I'm running out of room already, so I'm just going to place this one on top of here. And maybe I should have just used the rose petals on their own and not mix them up. I'm just going to put that one on top of there. But you never know how it will dry. Often the avocado dye looks very brown when you look at it. I can see a little bit of a pink tinge in some of them, but I think that's just me having wishful thinking. This one I'm lifting up now is like a sketch paper. It was an A3 sketch pad that I've cut in half to A4 size, and now I think I'm down to the copy paper, so I'm just going to lift these up and just pop them on top of each other. This is just some graph paper from a little graph paper pad that I found in a thrift store, so I'm pretty sure this is just the copy paper now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift them all out and let them dry. It gets really warm down here because the sun pours in here in the afternoon. So I don't think they'll take too long to dry. Oh, that's interesting. That's got spots. Can you see this one? Can you see that one there? That's all spotty. Yeah, I am running out of room, and I don't really want to lay them on each other unevenly, because I've done that before and you end up with lines. I warmed the dye up before I soaked the papers in there. What I might do is leave the ones that are in there for a bit longer and see if there's a difference between the ones I soak for ages. Excuse me, I'm just having a bit of a mare here. And the ones that didn't soak for very long, but I am pretty sure I'm not going to get anything very pretty. I think it's going to be grungy, but it will still get used in a journal at some point. I'm not going to waste it. Oh, actually I've pulled them pretty much all out, so I may as well just pull them all out. And we'll see what this lot looks like when they're dry. So that's very well going to be tomorrow. Yeah, we shall see. These kind of look a little bit pinky. These ones here look quite yellow. Who knows? I guess the different papers do different things, and when they dry they might do something different again. So we will wait and see, and I'm sure they'll all be usable. It's kind of an exciting experiment. So I'll see you soon when they're dry. Right, it's the next day. I've come downstairs to have a look at what these papers have turned out like. And they're all different. It's amazing. So I don't know if you can see. This is kind of like, I guess it's a pinky brown sort of colour. It's looking quite pale on the camera compared to what it is. It's not awful. I don't mind it. So it's different from coffee, but it's certainly not pink or red. It's kind of an orangey colour. And these ones, these are still a little bit, probably got a little bit of dampness to them. But they've come out pretty much the same. So just like in that sort of, I don't know how you'd describe it. I guess it is a browny orange. The grid papers come out in this like quite bright, vibrant yellow, which is interesting. The computer paper is kind of a limey, greeny yellow colour. It's much brighter than what it shows on the camera. And this paper, which is a heavier card, which is out of like a, maybe it might be out of a photo album maybe. This has come out real blotchy and also kind of a grungy, greeny yellow. So that's what we've managed to get. I have some of the dye left, but I'm not a fan. It's really interesting because the fabric that it's lying on is kind of a pink, but the paper hasn't gone pink. So that is the experiment at this stage, and I think I don't really want a ton of paper this color, so I'm going to leave it at that. And yeah, that was a good learning curve. So that was onion skins that were brown, a few red, and some red rose petals. Probably not the best mix. Oh well, worth a try. Okay, bye. Hi, just before we finish, I just wanted to show you, see if I could show you a little bit clearer the results we got from the onion skin dyeing. This is the copy paper. I love this effect. I have no idea how that happened. So it is kind of an orangey brown colour. It's not the same as coffee, but it is not pink like we said, or I said earlier. I think this is the sketch paper, so it's a little bit heavier. I actually still really like it. It's kind of growing on me. This has got some little yellow sort of spots here. And as has this one here. So this has been in the book press, so it's looking nice. And this is the different papers dipped into the same mixture. So this is some just grid paper. And we've got that kind of lovely grungy sort of piece here, but it's a much more yellow colour. Again, it doesn't actually really translate on the video, unfortunately. And then again, this one is that really old computer printer paper, and this is super yellow, and you just cannot. I'm just looking on my computer, and it's such a shame you can't see it. I'll put some photos on at the end to see if that helps. And this is that really sort of thick card that just got these weird kind of patches on it. Again, this is more of a yellowy green colour. Not sure why we got that kind of thing, but it's pretty cool. I then went on because I did want to try some pink, and I was in the garden and I thought, oh my gosh, I've got those beetroots. I think maybe someone had done some beetroot dyeing on Instagram or something I saw come up on one of my feeds. And I thought, I've got those beetroot that we are still in the garden from last summer. How terrible is that? We never really ate them, and I just sort of have left them in there. So I grabbed one and I threw it in a pot and boiled it up. I cleaned it, obviously scrubbed it. And it was more of a orangey coloured beet. So I went back down and found the most purple one I could find. And this is the result from the beetroot dyeing. And this has come out very pink. And I do really like it. So again, it's these are obviously puddles that have dried. These ones are a bit paler. I'm saving up some avocados because avocados are back being a lot cheaper in the supermarket. So I've got some in my freezer. So I'm going to try doing an avocado dyeing session. So yeah, these came out. All those ones have got a bit bent. These ones came out really lovely. This is just a real pale shade of pink. And then these ones, these papers took a bit more of the colour. Actually, that's a lined, these are lined pages from like a refill type exercise book. But the lines always, unfortunately, the lines wash out when you put them in any kind of dye. You can faintly see the lines here. So those are my results for that little fun experiment, and I'll take some photos to see if I can get the colours looking a little bit more true to what they are. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me again today. I hope you've been inspired to have a little bit of an experiment, and with spring coming we'll have flowers and things that I will hopefully be doing some eco dyeing and experimenting a bit with that as well as the weather gets warmer and we get more plants. So that is something to look forward to. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again soon in the next video. Bye!